During this analysis, I will be analysing 3 separate magazine covers, as well as 1 contents page and 1 double-sided page spread. The first is the January 16th issue of NME. The second is the January issue of Q. And the third is the January 22nd issue of the NME. The masthead is used to identify a magazine, particularly amongst other magazines on a shop shelf. The key reason why the masthead in the 3 magazines is positioned at the top of the page and can contribute to the house style of a magazine. The use of red on the NME and Q mastheads could mediate passion and love, like a target audience's passion for music. This could link in with the indie subculture of which NME fans are dominant, as indie kids often have that passion for independent bands and music scenes. The main cover image on a magazine front cover is used to sell the magazine to a target audience by using musicians of interest to a subculture as main focuses of interest on the cover. An example is the NME 23rd of January cover, in which the band White Lies are shown next to a cover of the band's name. This provides anchorage to the main cover image and therefore becomes a main point of interest to the target audience. In the other NME cover, the main cover image of several musicians, particularly Liam Gallagher in the centre, with the main cover line of albums of 2011, also sells the magazine to its target audience, as it shows indie artists relating to subculture and uses colours similar to the house style of the magazine. Sell lines are used to literally sell a plug or feature to a target audience. These sell lines are usually found at the top or the bottom of the page, which is done so that they are away from the other main points of interest and therefore are neatly slotted onto the cover where an audience will see them. An example is on the NME cover, in which it advertises several bands which will feature in that issue. This is done in a way to sway a target audience into buying the magazine, as the bands inside a magazine issue will appeal to the subculture of the magazine. In the Q magazine issue, its sell line is advertising a free CD inside. This is done so that a target audience will buy the magazine because they get another product with it, filled with musicians who appeal to their subculture. Inside the magazine, this is used to use synergy. Contents pages can be used for 3 reasons: to inform a target audience, persuade a target audience, and to attract a target audience. The use of images on the Q magazine contents page are an effective device for attracting a target audience. For example, the main point of interest is the large image of the Manic Street Preachers. They are considered a legendary band for this particular subculture of music the magazine documents on, such as indie and other forms of rock music. It is also persuasive to a target audience, as the clothes the band are wearing could be in similar fashion to the target audience's respective subculture, such as rockers. The contents page is also effective in informing the target audience of features inside the issue, with a list of several interviews with music acts, this being used as a plug to advertise the contents of the magazine to its target audience. Use of colours such as reds also relate to the house style of the magazine, and the repetitiveness of red boxes at the top of the contents page and each other page also fuel the house style of the magazine. A double page spread is another effective feature included in magazines. They are not only used to market a musician or feature, but also to fairly market a magazine with a particular subculture, through including musicians that would appeal to a target audience either into that band, that subgenre of music, or the subculture of music. An example is the double page spread of the band The Chapel Club inside the NME 23rd of January edition. The use of the page size image of the band not only familiarises the audience with the band, but also through how they are dressed, in seemingly black clothing, and the lighting of the shot, darker colours and a heavy shadow, it mediates that the feature would appeal more to an emo or darker indie audience. The use of the main cover lines also provide anchorage to the image of the band and reinstate a target audience belief that the band are exactly what they are represented as being. In this issue, Boys from the Black Stuff mediating a certain teenage angst of the band, informing with the more punk-orientated audience. Quotes from the article also are shown in large text, showing comments that may be intended to be agreed on by the target audiences, thus identifying more with the band the article is about, but also the magazine in understanding the interests of its key readership.